Hey, everybody, it is Kathy, and I love to be selling. Come on in, sellers. And I have good news from eBay. So come on in, settle in. I'm going to share the good news with you. Whoops, hang on a second. I'm doing well. The microphone's all the way on the other side of my table. There we go. Let me know that you can hear me. Say hello. I'm in New York City. Let me know your weather. Hey, Sharon, very wet today here in New York. Sort of wet, dreary, gray, overcast day, which is why I'm wearing yellow. I'm going to cheer myself up. And also, I got good news from eBay that will cheer me up. So come on in. Let me know that you can hear me. I will introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, I'm Kathy Terrell, and I'm a top rated seller on eBay. I'm selling on eBay for over 12 years. I started real small, just selling things from around my home, decluttering. I needed to be home to take care of my mom. So I was looking for something to generate some income while I was doing that. And what I found was by decluttering my home was that I loved selling on eBay. I stayed small for a couple of years while I was doing elder care. And then once my mom passed, I scaled. I'm a full-time seller. I'm an eBay sales and social media consultant. I've presented with eBay on stage with senior staff, which has been a great honor. I have a blog. I have a podcast. I love, love, love helping sellers. I am over 25 years of brick and mortar experience here in New York. I was on QVC for over 6 years as a product presenter. So what I do is I blend all that retail experience with my knowledge now of eBay. I'm a trained eBay education specialist, and I help you. What I love to do is to help my eBay seller friends place better in search. That's typically what I talk about. I talk about eBay business policies and how to place better in eBay search. I'm your eBay business lady. That's my specialty for you. I also work with some very large sellers that are multi-channel, and I help to run their eBay accounts. So come on in. Hey, Debbie, how are you? Gulf Shores, Alabama, 70 and humid. I bet it is in Alabama. Come on in. Hey, Thomas, how are you? Warm in Florida. You're being good not to rub it in. And Thomas, just quickly, today's February 11th. I'm going to date this. There's an eBay Upfront event, if you haven't seen it, in Tampa at the end of the month. So check the eBay community board for that. It should be great. Be sure to sign up. And I'm going to be there. I'm actually flying down from New York. I figure escape the weather and see all my Florida friends. So sign up for that because I would love to meet you. So this is what I was thinking about was, I don't know if it's happened to you, but in New York, I'm in Manhattan, we have a lot of traffic lights, and they are there to protect us. I'm sure where you are too, some people are better at obeying traffic lights than others, but typically as a pedestrian, because I walk a lot, the traffic light's red, you're waiting. Also, I live near a firehouse. So the traffic light is red, you're waiting for it to turn, right? And sometimes you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting and you're waiting. And I in my neighborhood, I know typically how long the traffic lights are. So I know, for instance, if it's just turned, that I do have enough time to get across the street. If it's starting to flash, here in New York, we have pedestrian signs. I may not have enough time to get across the street. But anyway, if I'm waiting and waiting much longer than normal, two things can be going on. One is if I'm close to our firehouse, they control the lights. So it could be that they're getting ready to come out or they're coming back. So it could be that the firemen are controlling the light. Every now and then, the traffic lights break and they're stuck. And then you just sort of, it is, you inch out because you've been waiting for too long, and you keep an eye on the traffic and you see if you can get across the street, and you're basically crossing against the light because it isn't working correctly. And this is a little bit of what happened to me this past week, and that's what I wanted to tell you about and to share my good news. You said you check it, Thomas. Good. Yeah, the upfronts are great. You guys, if you don't know, go to the eBay community board on eBay. It should be a fairly recent announcement. Again, I'm going to say today's date is February 11th, so it should have been earlier in February. They'll show community events, which are meetups that are run by local eBay sellers in different towns. But then you have eBay Up Front. They're all across the nation. It's a 3-hour evening event. And I don't remember all the cities, so please excuse me. I know Detroit is coming up. I know Tampa is coming up. Weehawken, New Jersey will have an event. I believe Austin, Texas, San Jose, California, but they are around the United States. Thomas, they're well worth going to, even if it's a couple-hour drive. It's really, really good presentations by senior staff, and you meet a lot of great team members and also a lot of great sellers, but they're super. I went to one here in New Jersey, November. It was really good. So anyway, so back to my traffic night analogy and my week on eBay. eBay has a new international shipping program called eBay International. Make sure I say it right. I still don't have it memorized. Hang on a second. eBay International Standard Delivery. I had heard about it. It had just came out. They just announced it. And I was like, yay, because I had a package ready to go international. So I said, well, good, let me try this. I'm all for trying things. So let me try this and see how it goes. So it was a 7-ounce package, and I'm in New York City going to Canada. And forgive me, I don't remember which town in Canada. Okay. So I don't know if it was Eastern Canada, Western Canada, or the middle. But anyway, so I print the label. And the big plus of eBay International Standard Delivery is it's cheaper. It's cheaper by 9% over regular first class. Also cheaper over priority. Okay. So mine was first class because it was only 7 ounces, and it was like $1 something. And eBay told me, because they actually looked at my order, they actually told me I saved $2. So I was like, good, because I was literally just sort of eyeballing. I was like, yay, savings. I printed the label. For those of you who print labels, by the way, when you print the label for the eBay International Standard, because I use a Dymo printer, and actually I should show you the size of my label. Hang on just a second, I'll show you. Typically, when you print an international label, it won't fit on this. I have to print it on paper because of the customs form. And what was nice with the International Standard Delivery, you do fill out a customs form, which is you're declaring what the item is. And I was sort of like going, what's this going to look like when I print it? And it printed fine on this. So the customs information must be stored in the order. I'll explain a little bit more about that. It's not displayed on the label the way it is when I print typically an international delivery label, where it's showing the name of the person, the address, the item, the weight, all of that. So the International Standard Delivery labels look different. So I filled it all out, printed it. Again, I wasn't sure what it was going to look like. It came out on this size label. So I was like, yay, less work for me. Now, this is what's interesting. And I said this, by the way, this is part 2. Part 1 is a YouTube. If you go to my YouTube channel, it will be eBay's new International Standard Delivery. Watch out. And I'm doing this because I want to give you part 2 to that. Okay, so printed it. The person's name is not on the label. It is the, what do they call it? It's the address. It's the shipping hub. I'm doing well. The shipping hub. Shipping hub address. And it says eBay International Standard Delivery on the label. At the bottom, there's a scan code, and there's an ID number on it. So clearly all of this is internal, that with the ID number, eBay knows what order it is, whose it is, all of that. It looks different than a global shipping label. That's what I want to say. If you're used to eBay global shipping, if you're used to standard international delivery, it looks different. So don't be, I was a little startled. I was like, ooh. I don't want to show a label because it has person's personal information on it. Do you know what I mean? Because it does have a scan code and everything. If I see one on eBay, I will grab a screenshot if eBay puts out a generic for us, but right now I haven't seen one. Anyway, so I print the label, put it on the package. And what's good is it goes through USPS, so your mailman can pick it up. You can drop it at your local post office. Some international delivery services that combine shippings, you have to take it to a drop-off point. I don't want to get too deep in the weeds, but some of my intermediate advanced sellers will know what I'm talking about. So this, you can just take it to the post office. It's USPS. It's going to a shipping hub in Kentucky. Done. This is why I did the YouTube over the weekend. Was honestly, that's all I did. I said, I'm going to try this. We'll see how it goes. Yay, eBay, because I'm all for supporting new eBay programs. And then like a day or two later, I logged into my eBay and I said, let me check on my package. Let me see how it's going, right? Again, from here to Canada. Normally for me to ship to Canada, again, depending whether it's Eastern or Western Canada, first class, again, it depends the day of the week. It depends if there's bad weather going on. But basically anywhere from like 7 to 8 days. Every now and then it's fast, but basically 7 to 8 days to like 2 weeks is about normal. So I go and I log into eBay and I click my delivery confirmation number. You do have one. And it was like 6 weeks. I was like, "Oh my goodness." And I called eBay concierge. If you attended eBay Open, or if you are anchor store or higher, you have access to what is called eBay concierge customer service, which I love concierge. It is wonderful United States customer service reps. You call them, they answer the phone, and you're usually on and off the phone in 2 minutes because they're great. So I called them and I said, eBay International Standard Delivery. They looked it up. They've been trained on it. We chatted and they said, yep, that's the delivery window that shows. And I was like, okay. So I do know some people on the eBay shipping team. So I shot off some emails, but typically on the weekend, I don't get a response. eBay staff, for the most part, works Monday through Friday, as opposed to sellers. We work all weekend. So I knew I wasn't going to get an answer, but I did do a live stream on Saturday because I know a lot of people were bulk editing and adding international standard delivery. And I wanted them to be aware that from what I could see, the delivery time was quite far out and much longer than regular international delivery. Cheaper, yay, but much longer. And I said, until I can get an answer, a definitive answer from the shipping team, just buyer beware. So I got the answer back from the shipping team on Monday, which was great. Emailed back and forth. And this seems to be what happened. I don't understand it 100%. So I'm just letting you know what I know is there was some kind of update to international delivery over the weekend. My label was printed before the weekend. So the new, this is for US to Canada. So this is not US to UK or Germany or France or Australia, but US to Canada. And this was a label that I printed, if I remember correctly, February 7th, was estimated delivery when I printed the label for US to Canada with international delivery was February 18th to March 17th. Okay. Then hang on a second, to March 17th. And then they updated it over the weekend. So as of Monday, the delivery window became February 20th to March 2nd, 2 weeks faster. And clicking on the tracking, because now I'm really watching this package. Normally, I don't watch my packages this closely. It looks like it will be faster. It's already in the hub. It's clearly being processed. They were saying normally it's anywhere from 24 hours to 48 hours, up to 4 days to process, depending on what day of the week you hit. Obviously, if you hit a Friday, you know what I mean? If you hit a Friday, my guess is maybe this hub only works Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday. I don't know. Anyway, all of a sudden it got much faster. All of a sudden now they're showing March 2nd, which is still 3 weeks from now, but much faster. And from this dialogue back and forth with this very nice shipping staffer is that this has just started. This program is just rolling out. So definitely look for updates and improvements as this goes. But as of it is right now, and I found somebody who was in the beta for this program. I was busy pinging all my friends because this is one beta I wasn't in, is they said typically for them they found, because this was a seller that ships to Canada a lot, they said typically what they found with the standard delivery was it was about a week longer than regular shipping with First Class International. The other thing is that when the shopper buys using this First Class International standard delivery, they get a pop-up from eBay alerting them to the delivery time, which is that it's going to be longer. So that's good. Now, one, that assumes that people pay attention to the pop-ups. Sometimes shoppers don't, but at least it's there. And also with the international standard delivery, there is protection for us. So if we get feedback, so let's say somebody chooses the international standard delivery. I have it on my listing, and I'm going to explain to you how to put it on your listing. They choose it. They know it's going to be a week later. If in the feedback they say, great seller, slow shipping, and they leave me a negative, I'm protected on that because they're commenting about the slow shipping. And so they're giving me protection on that. So that's good to know. But my friend who was in the beta said she had no problem with it. She said it worked really well. It's a little bit slower and absolutely savings. And she liked the program very much. So I was like, good. So this is my thought about eBay International Standard Delivery. It is definitely cheaper. What you do is go to eBay Community. Actually, I'll show you. Do I have the page pulled up? Hang on a second. And if people are listening to me on audio, you are going to Google eBay International Standard Delivery, and you will land on this page. So hang on a second. Let me show you the page. Share screen. Okay. There we go. Let me just make sure it's showing. Good. You're going to land on this page. Gives you a lot of information. Okay, it's going to show you what it looks like when you're listing, your shipping protections, seller protections. It gives you the rates here, and we're going to talk about how to set it up. But the rates, okay, so you can look at the money. You can download a rate card. You can download country groups list. And let me tell you, it is substantial. And I want to talk about that too. A lot of countries. Terms and conditions. And you've got all kinds of FAQ here. Okay, so this is really good. This is all on eBay. So why use eBay International Standard Delivery? One, if you are not shipping international at all, excuse me, typically your sales will increase 20 to 30% when you ship international. Yay! This is great. More sales. Same amount of listings, more sales. Okay, so that's seller number one who's not shipping international at all. More sales. International shipping is not what it was even 4 years ago. It's changed dramatically, and it continues to get better and better and better because now we've got tracking. There's all kinds of ways to deliver. It's just much, much, much better than it was years ago. So more sales. With eBay International Standard Delivery, all of this has tracking numbers on it. So you're able to see whether it's delivered or not. eBay can too, okay? Two, it's cheaper. It's cheaper than first class international, okay? This is good because if you've been selling international at all, what you'll note very often, I'd say maybe 30, 40% of the people that end up buying from me, they will message and say, you know, if I buy more than one thing from you, you know, can you make it cheaper? I see the rate is $30 to get to my country. Is there any way you can knock a few dollars off? They're definitely looking to save money on the shipping. I have shipped items in particular to Australia where the shipping price will be like $30, $35 on a $20 item because of the weight, okay? So the great thing with eBay International Standard Delivery is it's a choice. And I am all for choices for my buyers, okay? I'm very pro giving buyers choices. So if you're buying something and you're in a rush, and I do get some buyers from UK, Germany, Italy, that they're in a rush and they're going to pay for priority or they're going to pay for some kind of expedited shipping. But for the most part, most of my international buyers are not in a rush. And they are very glad to save 9% on shipping, particularly when the shipping's like $30, $40, $20. They're very glad to save $3, $4, $5, $10, $15. So I am adding it to my listings. You do need to add it. You can do it with bulk edit. I was doing it today on some listings. You do bulk edit. So you're going to, I group listings by weight. I just find it's easier, or by type. And what I do is I double check the weight and dimensions. Okay. And if you know that your weight and dimensions are spot on, then you won't need to do that. Then just go click that you're doing your international shipping. You click that you're adding it. Okay. Then you're going to decide if you're going to do flat rate, and the international shipping is giving you rate charts. So you can do a flat rate if you want, or if you have the dimensions entered, you can do calculated. I do calculated. The reason I do calculated is if the rates change, I don't have to go in and edit all my listings. So I'm a big fan of calculated. And for my international, I am going to offer them choices, okay? If it's under 4 pounds, they're going to get first class international, they're going to get standard, and they're going to get USPS priority as a choice. They're going to get 3 choices. That way they get to pick what they want to buy. I think this is great, and I'm going to watch. I just started doing it today, so it's going to give me a couple of weeks, and I'm going to have to go through all my listings, okay? But it's right there. You can absolutely do it in bulk edit, so this is not a major headache. You're offering cheaper shipping. I find international shoppers are very price sensitive, just like US shoppers are, right? US shoppers are like, hey, can I save a few bucks on shipping if it's not free shipping? You've got the rate chart, so you know what it is, just in case you want to do flat rate. Okay, but you can do calculated. It's all in bulk edit, and it's eBay International Standard Delivery. Now, if you have not edited your listings, because this is what happened to me, and you sell an international item, and you want to ship eBay International Standard, you want to try it, or you want to save a few dollars, whatever, but you want to try it. Look the drop-down menu. So you're in eBay shipping. It will show you what the delivery window is. And this is just me. If it's pretty close to whatever the customer bought, so let's say they bought first class international, and I want to ship it the international standard because I want to test the standard and see how it goes. I want to experience it. If it's within a couple of days, I'm going to do it. If it's much longer than that, I'm not going to do it because the customer paid for that service, okay? Because somebody had messaged me about that, somebody that paid for priority and they wanted to put it in the international standard. I would look at the delivery window, and if it's close, it's your call. If it's a pretty big difference, this is just me personally, I'm not going to do it because they paid for that service, okay? But the great thing is put it in as a choice and see if it increases your international sales. Again, for my sellers that you're experiencing a little bit of a slump, this is a great way to see if it bumps you up a little bit, because now people are going to get cheaper shipping. All of a sudden, Germany wants to shop with you, or Italy wants to shop with you, or UK wants to shop with you, okay? And it's an easy, easy, easy bulk edit. I mean, I went very slow to make sure I was doing it right, and I edited 20 listings in maybe 3 minutes. I mean, it was really, really, really fast to do the bulk edit. And I'm not here to tell you to do anything with your eBay business. What I am here to tell you is this service is available, eBay International Standard Delivery. It is a less expensive international shipping option. You can do it as a flat rate or calculated. It is a way to offer your items to the world, and eBay enables you to ship to hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of countries. Okay, so I can ship to all these countries and offer them at cheaper rates and attract more customers, because everybody likes to save a few dollars. And for some of these items, you're saving $5, $10, $15. Why not get more customers? Why not get more sales? eBay's very pro cross-border trade, which is what this is called, right? Because I'm shipping across my border. Very pro global commerce, very pro international commerce. Why not? You, as an eBay seller, and this is for United States, UK, Australia, because I know people listen to me from around the world, and hello to all my international friends. Right now, as far as I know, this is just in the United States, but certainly look and see if they're going to have anything like this for your country in the future. But this is tremendous for us US sellers, for shipping around the world at a less expensive rate, and this just rolled out. So I encourage you, and again, you may not have the time right now, but at least put it on perhaps 20 or 30 of your items, maybe your more expensive items, maybe put it on your items that have just been sitting there for over 2 years, right? It's, sort your items by the oldest and put it on them and see what happens. For 10 or 15 minutes work, what the heck? And it's not costing you anything. It's just enroll and see how it goes. But I think at this point, I've got like 30, 40 items. I've got a couple hundred I'm going to be putting in, and try it. It does extend the delivery time a bit. You do see what the window is as you are printing the label so that you're aware of it. You have tracking. There is protection through eBay. You can read that whole page that I showed you. It's all in there. But this is a brand new program with eBay helping to equip us sellers to reach a global marketplace and to offer our global buyers a great postal rate. So that is my good news for you is eBay International Standard Postage. Try it. Again, like anything, you got to test it for yourself, and you're going to see people saying yay, and you'll probably see some people saying no. I'm always from the school of test it for yourself, particularly if you've got some items that are super slow and you can't give them away. Try it, put it on. Somebody in Italy, they might love that item. They've been looking for it, but they wanted a reasonable postage. And then when you put the eBay International Standard Postage on it, it's like, yeah, you got a sale. So try it, see what you think. I'm Kathy, and I love to be selling. Bye-bye, everybody.